No, 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 no,
We had one last week, you jack off.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Man, Sam, I'm sorry you had to sit through that. I really am. I apologize.
Especially the shirtless part, bro. Like, your eyes don't need to see
man.
that.
We went around. I heard you guys are all swingers at the beginning, and you started talking about yeah. Then I saw the shirtless thing. Oh man, maybe
I will not apologize for the shirtlessness. All right, look, this is a good-looking man. If you don't think so, then you're a bigot. You're a bigot.
Hey, when you got it, flaunt it.
Maybe some people were like, "Oh, look, MMA. Click on that."
Possibly. Who
For
knows?
us to get 200 subscribers, I'm assuming that 8 million people watched us. 8 million people clicked on it, and 200 of those were like, "I could go for this." 10 guys who were worse than him, and he's the one everyone thought. The reason is because he's an ass. It's not It's not because he's not great, because he's not the only one who isn't great. He's just an ass. But people forget it took 25 years for people to even start talking about him.
Oh yeah,
and he's been around 30. This is his 30th season.
The Spaniard fella, he's the man. Like, let's just keep it real.
Man.
Oh. So shout out to Idaho Skatesman. I asked him this question. I said, current Taporia versus 2019 Conor McGregor. Who do you think wins?
Taporia.
I don't know, man. 19 Conor, he had the Midas touch. Everything he touched turned to gold.
Taporia's the man, dude. He's so fucking good.
Who you think you hang with him? Like, what's the
I don't think anybody until maybe if he moves up and fights Makachev.
Islam
and Tim, after a rolling thunder kick. 10 seconds. They're throwing. They throwing. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, he's out.
He's out. He's out.
Holloway knocked out Gaethje with about 2 seconds left. Cold.
Oh, my.
Did they stop it?
God.
With 1 second left?
Oh, my God. Justin Gaethje is dead. Justin Gaethje just died.
Maybe.
Dude.
Bro Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense.
Hey everybody, Bro Bro Plata here. Hi guys, how you doing? Good to see you. Tuesday edition after UFC 315. Big shakeups going on right now, including the fact that Islam Makhachev is no longer the 155-pound champion. He will be moving up, probably to fight Jack Della Maddalena for the 170-pound championship.
And I'm pretty pissed, Red. I'm pretty pissed. I'm pretty pissed because I just learned that I weigh as much as Jelly Roll now, and that's horseshit. Really, I mean, I didn't have to lose 200 pounds to get here, but but you know what? What do you think? I wonder what I could do with his money and resources. This body would be jacked as fuck. So I hope we can lose 200 pounds. You know, geesh. If you think that money and resources don't have anything to do with your weight loss, your health, you are mistaken. Of course it does. Now, of course, you still have to do it, but still, it's one of those things. Well, good for him. It's good. It's good. My frame, I couldn't even lose 200 pounds. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want. That'd be weird. You weigh like.
Everybody would think you had AIDS. They'd be asking questions.
And I'd have so much skin, dude. I'd be walking around like the Phantom of the Opera with a fucking cape, fucking skin cape.
The mystery of the night.
The music of the night. I'm just flapping my fat in the wind.
You could play the new Dracula with the bat wings.
Well, anyway, Ray, go ahead and say what you want to say about this, because I don't disagree with you too much. The only thing that I'm bummed about is that I was really, really, really excited for Makhachev Topuria this summer, and now we're not going to get that. We're going to get two fights that will be okay, but they're both lesser fights. Like Topuria, Makhachev, I don't know who's going to win that. Makhachev, Mendelea, I know who's going to win that. And Topuria, Oliveira, I know who's going to win that. So, like, it's just that's the bummer. I mean, if he would have fought Topuria then moved up, I would have been fine with this. But he's doing it now and taking that Topuria fight away from us. That bums me out. Other than that, I don't care.
I would have liked to have seen Topuria. I know that we already had kind of Dana had alluded to it at the 3:15 press conference on Thursday.
I'm
think it was
Bilal for this. Right? It's Bilal's fault. If he shits,
it is.
Bilal fucked us.
Palestine's fault because Bilal's
Chicago's fault,
and it's Palestine's fault.
It's Chicago's fault because Bilal's from Chicago, you bigot.
But he's came
from Chicago. Good old boy from Chicago. Doesn't put ketchup on his hot dog. Bilal Muhammad.
Loves the new Pope, Bilal Muhammad.
Pope, sorry. Yeah.
Pope, sorry. But no, yeah, man, it's Bilal's fault. It's if he would have fought better and won his title, we might have gotten probably the biggest fight in the last couple of years in Topuria versus Makhachev.
Moved up, man. Why can't we have nice things? Dude, USC's been pissing me off for the last 2 years.
I know.
Overall, it's been kind of shitty. I mean, not shitty. It's it's still good compared to the alternatives, I guess. But compared to what we used to have all 3 years ago, it seems like it's just been shittier. And I don't really think it's the company's fault necessarily. I think it's just one of those things.
Especially when you have such good fighters in the era that we do right now, like Islam, Topuria, lower level or lower weight guys who are really fun to watch, have a lot of knockout power, really great grappling out of all of them. And I mean, Jack Della Maddalena, I think, is going to kind of push Islam if he can hold him for at least a couple rounds. I think Jack Della Maddalena wins against Islam Makhachev.
You know what? We're going to stop doing this show if you're going to start like lying. You don't actually think that. You do. Well, you know what? You probably do because your opinions on everything are insane. So, dude, there's no fucking way he beats Islam. What the hell? What the fuck are you thinking? You're just trying to get people out to watch this show.
There's nothing.
Listen, I commend you for trying to get people over here. I know it's fine, but this is insane. Ray, you know better. Even you, of all people, know better than that. Come on, man. No. I do know. It's a fact. Islam's gonna beat the fuck out of him.
I mean, we have weight classes for a reason.
Oh, it doesn't matter, man. It's not like he was a small welter, lightweight. He wasn't.
He wasn't a small one.
That's what I just said. It's not like he was.
Yeah, no, I was agreeing with you. That's what I'm like. When you said that, I'm like,
Anyway, that's ridiculous. You could, all right, whatever. This is just no fucking
could happen.
Okay. Listen, it always could happen.
Bo Nickel lost to knees. What else can happen this year? Nobody had Bo Nickel losing to Muay Thai on their fucking thing. Everybody had him being a champion.
Nothing will ever be stranger than Sean Strickland beating Izzy. I still don't think that actually happened. But I mean, if Della Maddalena beats Islam, then yes, that would be strange.
Huge.
That'd be stranger and fucking annoying. I mean, listen. At least if it's been boring, the UFC has been more boring the last couple of years. At least give us an unbeatable dude. That's fun to watch. The untouchable. He can get beat when he's 40 or something like that.
That's why I like MMA, bro. Like nobody gets an O unless they bore the fuck out of you with wrestling. Like that's usually where it goes. Is like they'll bore the fuck out of you with shitty Dagestani wrestling and your protege will be way more fucking exciting than you. So
John Jones never had a true loss. Khabib never had a true loss. George St. Pierre didn't lose for a decade or something. It's so you say that, but there's guys that are there's always somebody who's just so much better than everybody else, and it's just you can't beat him. And I think Islam's that guy right now. It was Khabib and John Jones. Who knows if he's ever going to fucking fight again? So I know it's Makhachev, and I don't think it's not going to be Delana. And I really like Sean Brady, but he has the same style ish as Makhachev, and Makhachev's better at it. So I don't know, have fun there. And even Rakhmonov, he's good, but he's not going to beat Makhachev either. So he cleaned out one division.
What?
He's going to clean out another one.
You think Islam Makhachev can beat Shavkat Rakhmonov
with one hand tied behind his back?
I will give you Ian Gary on as a loss to Islam. I think Islam can beat Ian Gary. I really do. When you talk about though the cyborg that we witnessed live, known as Shavkat Rakhmonov, that's going to give.
Well, listen, I'm excited to see it. It won't happen for about a year, probably, but. You got to get past Sean Brady first. It's going to be tough enough. I'm not saying he won't, but it's going to be hard enough. And then, no, I don't think. Well, we'll see. We'll see what he does with Sean Brady. If he can stop Sean Brady's takedowns, maybe. But if he can't stop Sean Brady's takedowns, there's no fucking way.
I think he'll be able to sprawl against Sean Brady pretty easily.
Well, I'm excited to see that fight. I hope that one happens soon, Brady and then Rakhmonov. But no, right now I said there's no fucking way. But also Rakhmonov hasn't beat a champion yet, so that's another thing. So he hasn't fought anyone who's even close to as good as Makhachev. So we don't really know yet. He's looked good against lessers. He's looked great against lessers, but we have no idea. But I don't think there's going to be any shot. No, never. I don't know. If they fight 2 or 3 times, maybe the second time he has a shot, I think he'll be shocked how good he is the first time. That happens a lot. And I don't think he has a shot. But, it's not going to happen for a minute. He's going to fight Brady first, and who knows who else. I'm excited to see that. I want that fight scheduled like tomorrow. I don't know how hurt Rakhmonov is. What?
I'll blare the Dagestani theme or like national anthem on this show.
The Russian national anthem. I do remember the time I asked you to name me countries that start with D, and the first thing you said was Dagestan, which only Ray Hyclak.
Yeah, I don't know Denver. If it's a country or not. I don't know.
Denver.
Dubai. Or if Shavkat wins, it's Kazakhstan is the greatest country in the world. All the other countries are run by little girl.
Very, very nice.
Yes, it's a good rendition. I had to warm up the pipes for it with alcohol.
My wife. That's my best Borat.
Oh, king of the castle, king of the castle.
I think my liver is killing me, which is fortunate because I need to figure out how to get it in drinking shape again. Like,
stop drinking for a while.
Well, I haven't been drinking that much. A lot less than I used to. I don't drink more than twice a week ever, and I got that down to 1. So most of the time,
how much do you drink though on that day though?
6, 7. I don't go over like 7.
Ooh,
that's nothing. You know, it
still puts me in a hangover spot.
Yeah, you.
Because I'm a pussy for all kinds of alcohols.
It also doesn't help that you're high off your ass when you're drinking too. That doesn't help.
Believe it or not, I don't get nausea when I drink and smoke.
Because you're always high. That's your natural state at this point.
I've had though. you're not quite off, by the way.
I know that. I was not hyperbole. Like that was
a good pun.
That was me saying gross. That was me saying facts.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's I feel way easier to go through life fucking blaze now. Like it's
yeah. Surprised it hasn't bit you in the ass yet, but
it had once where I got like really like baked, but it was something I did at work when I was like hungover and sober. I didn't smoke like weed that much back then, but it did. It did.
Well, at least your work doesn't give a shit apparently, or drug test you at least.
Boss is a stoner, bro.
My
boss is a stoner.
Oh, well then that's lucky.
Unless you injure yourself or do something legitimately dumb, they're not gonna come near you.
Gonna say you wouldn't be able to get workman's comp.
There are ways.
That would be the way you'd fuck yourself.
There'd be ways.
It's the first thing they do when you get hurt. The first thing they do is drug test you right away.
I know, but you go into a room by yourself.
So you're saying you gotta cheat. All right.
I am not condoning any usage of any kind of fake urea or anything on this program.
People gave in the system. That's just fucking everybody over.
Immigrant mentality, bitch.
It's something.
By the way, I found out probably one of my ancestors was from Serbia.
Great. Is that going to be part of your personality now?
No.
As a Serbian.
As a Serbian male, I feel the civil war going on right now is sort of fucked up. No, I'm Polish. I consider myself Polish, and one of my family members technically helped build back the Polish economy at one point.
If you found one black ancestor of yours, you'd wear a dashiki on the show the next day and say, I can't be racist. I can't be racist. You'd be saying the N-word.
After the sub-Saharan African was really high, if that was to happen, I would immediately post on Facebook and everywhere going higher than I thought. And I'm talking like 15%. But I don't even think I'm that, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think I'm anywhere near that, dog. Like, if I was
23andMe, you come out like 0% human, actually. You wouldn't be.
Well, 23andMe went bankrupt, didn't they? Or like tits up somehow?
I don't know, but somebody bought all the DNA, so that's not scary.
Thank God I didn't do any of it. There's probably people that like have shared DNA with me that did 23andMe's, and
I would assume so. I mean,
now they have like access technically to my like furthest genetic relatives. I'd love to do it, but I don't know. I did do Ancestry for about an hour and then got bored with it.
Ancestry does the DNA shit too, right? I think they do.
Yeah.
So you can just do it through them.
I'd do it.
I am interested in it, but and I'm not that worried about. I mean, my DNA is everywhere. What are you talking about? Ray's DNA is in every fat girl's house in Cleveland.
Almost. I think I need the Charizard, which is like another threesome, and then like my collection's complete.
How do you survive a threesome with like two left tackles?
Oh,
suppose your bones are strong enough to handle that.
When you are the piece of meat in the fluffiest bread sandwich ever, it's the best.
It's like a Panani's. Permani Brothers, we ordered a one slice of bologna sandwich.
Yeah, kind of.
It's the bread and like one thin slice of bologna.
Yeah. Oh, what a good fucking time. Oh, I need another one. I do.
So gross.
There's actually a big bitch bash fucking happening in Vegas, I think a couple weeks.
I hope we don't say August 8th.
I will send you, because I'm a part of a few groups now. I've gone full scumbag.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
And I see like Vegas party groups and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, if I move there, I'm going to be in heaven. I think I'm going to be in a... God, there's a community around out that way, man. It's kind of nice.
It's the funniest thing I've ever heard you say. You have made me laugh before. That was a good one.
Community, baby.
Community. Because they're fat. Anyway, I like that. That's funny. But it's gonna be the basement of Harris or something creepy.
I don't know where Bree puts it every year, but whatever. Bree Brown, by the way, she was a former big bitch porn star.
Former big bitch or former porn star?
She's lost weight, but she's still a big bitch.
What was the
I follow her page
because
I'm a creep.
I didn't drink any alcohol or anything.
Because you laugh and now you're feeling weird because you don't know why you laughed at the joke I said. Because it's funny.
My body just shuts down because you laugh, it doesn't know what to do.
You become allergic to my comedy. Just like anytime
That's
I say
like a lot of people in the audiences you've been in front of. That's what it is. You have to give them all Claritin before the show.
For people with allergies, about to happen.
I think I'm gonna go to Funny Stop Friday. I might go Saturday. I don't know. I might go both days. Who knows?
Friday, I'm not going.
And I'm going Friday.
I might.
I was gonna go Friday anyway.
I might go Saturday, but I don't know. Just depending on how I feel after work, because I plan Friday night on probably getting some of the most loaded I've been in a very long time. For RAS.
I saw you loaded twice last week.
No, I'm talking like
I saw you very drunk twice last week. So if it's more than that, that's going to be a problem because you were a problem then. Oh, you're borderline.
A problem at the Guardians game.
You didn't turn into a wrecking ball, but you were by like the 7th inning, you were screaming.
Well, here's why too. I noticed that Philadelphia Phillies fan next to us, and I'm like, I can't
with the nice
stand these people.
The nice old people that didn't bother.
No,
anybody?
You could. The old lady was being a little bit of like a
no, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was.
She was cheering on her team. She's allowed to do that. So
okay, well, you come into the Lions' den, you're gonna get the claws.
That's not how that's supposed to work. Only people make it work that way. I've never had a problem as an away fan. Because I'm not an asshole. But she wasn't being an asshole.
It was fun though. I enjoyed it because it was a good game. I had a lot of fun at that game. I haven't had fun at a baseball game.
Because usually you go to Pirates games.
Yeah, and they almost get no hit the last time I fucking see them. It's just like, what the fuck, man? I cheered louder for their first hit of the game in the 6th inning than I did anything else the entire game.
But they won the World Series.
Yeah. And such a sigh of relief. But again, it was fun in the casino. I mean, I lost $140, but
yeah, I didn't play, but I ate a turkey burger.
I tried baccarat. I won a hand at baccarat, Tim.
One.
I
was picking player too much because like winning on bankers is boring because they give you you get quarters and it's a whole weird thing.
Yeah, I was I found that I was able to slip into that table I was at and I had fun. I liked it. I'll play it again. It seems like it's one of those games where you kind of really got to focus on what's going on. Can't let distractions get to you or anything.
I mean, you say that, but I really don't know how much difference it really makes. There's people that really hardcore pay attention to every hand, but it's basically like counting. And I really don't. I mean, I really don't know how much difference it could possibly make. I really don't.
It's probably, I agree with you. It's probably not a lot, but like you definitely can understand the game a little bit more and make some.
I mean, it's a coin flip most of the time. I mean, it is.
Oh, yeah, but you got to give yourself an advantage mentally.
It's more of a coin flip than blackjack. Blackjack, you have to play it correctly. Baccarat, all you do is you make one choice and hope you win. You don't even have to know how to play. You can just put your money somewhere.
That's
you just follow the person next to you if you want. Just do what they're doing.
There was an Asian dude next to me that I did look at him. And I was like, "What do you think's going on?" Because the other dudes were all with themselves, and I didn't want to interrupt any of those people.
Does the Asian dude have like a sheet and he was writing shit down?
No, but he pointed over to what he thought I should play, which was nice of him. I did appreciate that.
You just wait for him to go cheat like you're cheating off his test.
There's a lot of my schooling was like that, sir.
I mean, because that's a game where it definitely doesn't matter if everyone. I mean, you can tell someone what to do. It's not a big deal. I mean, you can do a blackjack too, but because you're not playing against each other, you're only playing against a dealer. And but when I played in Vegas, it was an Asian dealer, an Asian table, and me. It was all Asian.
They were all writing shit down, and like
one guy was writing shit down.
That's nuts, man.
There's a woman who was talking to the dealer in not English, and I was assuming they were talking shit about me.
Probably. That's why I don't want those AI things out there. We need those moments in life still.
I need to get one of those for Vegas. I think I'd have it on for like 5 minutes and decide that I don't want to wear this anymore.
You hear two dudes in Russian, and they're just like, We're selling the girl for $400. Do you understand? That's how much you offer the businessman from Saudi Arabia. That is.
Then I'd be like, I have $400, and that's something that I would not have said otherwise. Thank you, Google.
I don't trust those things, man. I don't like it. Let people have their secrecy. Like. If you don't speak the language, you shouldn't know what it means.
If you want to know what they're saying about you, you got to get Babbel or some shit or Rosetta Stone. All right, you got to fucking put the work in. All right, don't let AI do the work for you like everything else nowadays.
Well, that thing is on Amazon's like $20. Okay.
Well, there's like an app, right? There's probably
but here's the thing: Rosetta Stone, $10.99. Saving $9 by actually learning something instead of fucking taking the easy way out, you slug.
No, dude, you know who's going to lose money? People who teach second languages.
Yes.
They're taking a hit. People aren't going to do that shit anymore. I mean, I tell you what, man, if I was going to Europe or somewhere, I would 100% get one.
100%. Who knew?
Because I'm not going to try to learn a whole new language for a week-long trip, you know? I'm just going to use that just in case I get in a situation where I'm talking to somebody who doesn't speak English.
Sorry, I stepped on your shoes.
You stick the piece in there. You're like, what?
I can hear what you're saying.
I mean, that is like Star Trekian technology, though, right? Isn't it like fantasy shows like that and space shows that have like things you put in your ear or something? And
it's the
Hitchhiker's Guide. Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's a fish.
Well, no, I was about to say it's the Babel fish from fucking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah. Like it's disturbing. And how about this is a great little thing. I love so many intellectuals on X, Twitter at the time. The big hashtag was learn to code. And with AI, it's all of a sudden like the academics and intellectuals are becoming the ones that are obsolete first. It's kind of hilarious if you think about it. Like all the fucking people who made their life thinking are now being replaced by computers. It's quite beautiful.
It's weird to me that you have this issue with smart people.
Not smart people. I'm talking about like the cocky. There are smart people that don't get into like all that stuff. They treat people like normal human beings. I'm talking about the smarmy cunts out there online who did all the fucking they learn to code.
Right. There's that in every single industry. There's that in fucking forklift operation.
But they're posting
certified. Did I ever tell you that? My brother's forklift certified.
He's a real man. That's a real man right there. A
couple weeks ago, he was making a joke about it. He's like, I think I'm forklift certified. He's like, yeah. He's like, I am. I had to do it for work.
Well,
you tell everybody you meet that. This would be the first thing you should tell people.
Have you ever seen like there's a couple internet comedians, let's say, who did like reels and stuff where
Can we come up with different names for them?
um
Although now that's me now being pretentious. That's me being a pretentious.
creatives. I mean, creatives could be a way to describe them.
You say like web medians.
Nah, don't even. They do comedy, but they're not comedians. Like they're not. Like
Okay, then.
They're
content creators. I mean,
they're content creators. They're creatives.
Content creators. Yeah. I mean, what's the definition of comedian?
To me, it's somebody who does comedy and it's original and not anybody else's, unless you have a team of writers.
That's right. Alec Baldwin said that, right? Like Alec Baldwin's like, I don't consider myself a comedian because I don't write. Like anything I've ever done that's funny has been written by other people.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Comedic
actors
are a subgenre in comedy. Stand up is a subgenre.
And comedian are two different things, in my opinion. Because I think you have the right to be a comedian. Now, SNL, are the people who don't do stand up who are on SNL, are they comedians? I'd say
no, they're comedy writers.
Well, they're doing comedy, but they're not doing stand up. They're doing comedy.
But that's right. They're comedy writers. That's another subgenre in comedy. You can be a comedy writer.
I'm talking about the ones who perform, not the ones who just write. I'm talking about the ones that are on the show.
Oh, those are comedians. Those are stand up comics. Yes.
Yeah, but they're not all stand up comics though. Not all of them do stand up. A lot of them don't.
I know, but a lot of them. Those are the comedy writers.
It's like half and half. Yeah, but I'm talking about the actors on SNL who do not do stand up outside of SNL. They don't do stand up. They've always done improv or something like that.
That's improv. I mean, they're just whatever the label you came in, dog.
What are you doing on SNL then?
Sometimes it's improv, sometimes it's not.
I have a hard time saying like Bill Hader isn't a comedian. I'd have a hard time saying that.
I don't consider him a comedian. I consider him more a comedic actor than anything else.
He is that
comedic actor.
But he can also go on a panel show or a podcast. It'd be hilarious.
That doesn't okay. It doesn't make him a comedian, though.
Well, I think you just got to say stand-up comedian if you're talking about stand-up comedians. You just got to, like you said, comedian. You just say stand-up comedian.
Comedian to me is a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah,
comedic actors like Bill Hader, amazing. Not gonna say he's not one of the greatest of all time, but he's a comedic actor.
I mean, if you say anyone who performs comedically live, that I would be fine with that. But I also think someone who, like SNL would count. But stand-up obviously would count. And improv would count. Just any like that. And if you say stand-up comedian, just stand-up comedian is someone who does stand-up live. That's stand-up comedian. That's a subgenre of comedian. Stand-up comedian.
Even though here's the thing about comedy that I love. You can be multiple things. It doesn't really like the label in comedy. You can be a comedic actor who is also a stand-up comedian.
You can also be a rapist.
Bill Cosby.
The champ guy we were talking about last week.
Comedy is such a fucking amalgamation of different stuff that you're just like.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm not going to be pretentious about it. I'm like, you got whatever, man. You're making people laugh. You call yourself whatever. Unless the only thing is like, if you don't call yourself a stand-up comedian, if you don't do stand-up, like that's the only thing. Anything else, I'm like, I don't care. But I mean,
that's a hill I'll die on is stand-up comedy. Like, don't call yourself a fucking stand-up comedian.
If you don't do that would be silly. Yeah, that would also be like saying I'm a comedic actor and you don't do any acting.
Yeah, no.
Or you refuse to try. Right?
I am a comedic actor. I have been seen in Germany, sir.
There you go.
On a fake sketch for a what's it called?
You watch any Segura's thing? I was watching some of it today. It's actually pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
The thing on Netflix?
Yeah.
No, I'll probably watch it Saturday.
It's
the next time I'll be around anything with Netflix on it. So I don't have Netflix, bro.
I can only give you so many passwords, man. I'm not giving you all the passwords.
Plus, well, they crack down hard on fucking the Netflix.
Yeah, but you know how much my Netflix costs now?
It's like what, $25?
It's close to 30 now. It's like 28 now.
No, I'm sorry. That's another reason.
I watch Netflix more than anything. You know,
I just canceled my Peacock subscription today or the other day because I had it for WrestleMania.
Every month I do watch all the subscriptions. I do watch them every month, but do I watch them equally? No, but I do watch them all. And usually there's some, especially with original programming, there's something that if I would miss. There's something I would miss if I got rid of them. That's why I have all of them. I mean, all of the main ones. I don't have I can't even think of anything. Pluto. I don't know. I don't have
many. The ones I have are like the ones I like the most. I finally canceled one of my YouTube subscriptions. And then the reason why I left, I just put I'll be back, and it was fucking my AIW subscription. I'm like, I don't need to spend $15 a month on this right now. Especially with the trip to with the move to Vegas next year. I need to really I ran the numbers on that, Tim. It's feasible. Everything is feasible for the fucking first year. And then it sort of drops, but I don't know. Henderson's dropping, so
hopefully you can find a place.
Well, they say Henderson's dropping. If Henderson's dropping, what?
Off the earth?
I like Henderson, Nevada a lot. That's a place I want to stay. Reno can go, but anything else, keep Nevada for sure. But they're saying Henderson, Nevada, Las Vegas is right. Like their shit's going up rent wise, but like the suburbs are going down, which is actually a good sign. It means I could possibly move in at that point.
Everything in Vegas is going up. It's a very strange way to combat what they think might be a recession. Is just raise the prices on everything? That's a weird way.
Well, inflation's down right now, so it's
today, and that's it goes like this, and that's good. But I think once a tariff should happen, it's not going to be good.
Well, we made the deal with China, so we're fine with that for right now.
That's okay, but I'm nervous about it, but I hope I'm wrong because I don't want to put for shit.
You're always nervous about everything. I've gotten to know you over 5 years.
It's true.
Everything panics you. You've never been poor, Tim. No, I'm kidding. You probably have. But...
Dude, I'm poor as fuck. What are you talking about? We're pretty worried about my liver right now, but I got scans coming. I'm taking shit, and I'm trying to do better. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. I booked Vegas. So this was the problem. I was at Allen's. We were drinking Saturday, and he's like, "We gotta figure this out." He looks at the flights, and while I was drinking, I was already several deep when he got home from Florida. So and the flights were cheaper that day. So he's like, "I'm gonna book it now." I'm like, "Crap!" Now drunk Tim has to make decisions. That's not good.
Yeah, no.
But I had to because he was doing it, so I didn't really have much of a choice. And the prices were lower, so I didn't have much of a choice. So I'm staying for like ever, it seems like. He's coming in Friday. We're both going in Friday, but I'm going in the morning. He's going in later. And then because I'm like, dude, I don't want to stand in line trying to check in at like 6:30 Friday night. Like we'll be in line forever. I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I'm going in the morning. And for whatever reason, he couldn't be bothered to go in the morning. Which I think he has to work that day, so that's fine. But then he's leaving Monday, but I'm going to leave Wednesday. I was just going to stay one more day, but what happened was, for whatever reason, the flights were ridiculous on Tuesday, like hundreds of dollars more. I don't know why. And Wednesday was cheaper. And I can get comps for Monday and Tuesday anyway. So
okay.
So it's costing me like $120 to stay 2 more days. So
hey, for one of those days when he leaves, you should just like hire a woman to feed you grapes for like $100 an hour, like for 2 hours, just to feel like a king. It's like I'm alone in Vegas.
But what I do have to do is I have to switch hotels.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna tell the Uber driver, you gotta pop the trunk. I'm not going to the airport, I'm going down the street. So guess which hotel I'm staying at with Alan.
Not if you're staying at Circus, I'm gonna tap you in the dick the next time I see you.
Don't know. I kept telling him that was the only one I could afford, though.
Although with your comps.
Well, I didn't get comps for the weekend. I mean, I got discounts, but not comps. It ended up being more than I was hoping it to be.
Excalibur.
No, I wanted to go to Excalibur, but it was the cheapest. But he didn't want to. I mean, I get it. I didn't really want to stay at Excalibur either.
Is he paying for the hotel?
No. He did say it was my decision, but I knew he didn't want to stay there, and I didn't really want to either. Caesar's Palace? No. Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, you were talking about
the only negative there is that it's so far south, but I mean, it is what it is. But he cared about the pool a lot, and they have the best pool by far. I mean, it's not even close. So
is that the one with like the big ass fucking screen?
It's 11. Yeah, it has multiple pools. It has a wave pool. It has a lazy river. It's like 11 acres pool area. Oh. It's crazy. Yeah, no one says any pool is better than Mandalay Bay. So I mean, there is negatives. There are negatives. Like we're gonna have to Uber to Senator Strip and shit like that. It's not a huge deal though. It's not like it's $50 to Uber. It's not a big a deal. And it's not really close to anything. And the property is huge. I'm gonna get lost, but for the price range that we both had, it's probably the nicest room we're gonna get, and we are gonna get a strip view room. So, and that's gonna look straight down the whole strip. So that's probably one of the best strip views probably from Mandalay Bay, just because of where it is. You just look straight down the whole strip.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So that's that, and then I just made my reservation for Monday, Tuesday at Paris, Caesars.
Okay.
It had to be one of the Caesars hotels, and I thought, and I for the same price I could have stayed at Caesars Palace, but I'm like, that's huge, and like, what if I am out of money? I just need to eat, I just need to like get Walgreens shit, and that's what I've been telling myself, that if it worse comes to worse, I can just eat Walgreens food and stay in the hotel for 2 days, like if I had to. But Caesar's Palace would be a little more difficult to do that. Although it may be the only time I get to stay at Caesar's Palace. I'm like, I don't think it's a giant property. I don't really think it's worth it. I like Paris. I know, and Paris is those ones and those three in the middle there, Planet Hollywood and Horseshoe. I haven't stayed at Paris, so that's the one.
The Paris, I walked through for like a hot minute and then realized like, oh shit, I can just like turn the corner in the hotels right there. And the best part about having Horseshoe in Paris is fucking the card flappers right there, just hanging out in the district where they're permitted to be.
Clearly the best part.
Clearly. Absolutely the best part. Naked titty photos? How do you not love that?
Right, you can have those on your phone in unlimited quality.
But not in card form, Tim.
Listen, they never have stats on the back. I want stats and bubble gum with my cards.
I always thought that they should have like stats and like
stats and Blue Chew is what I want with mine.
Fastest blowjob. It's timed like the 40.
Man, 18.3 seconds. That's not bad.
Damn, they call it the vacuum for a reason.
But yeah,
it's nuts too. The amount of trailers that are available in that fucking in that city, dude. Like it's astounding.
You are gonna be cousin Eddie from Vegas Vacation, and I'm excited.
I'm gonna live my white trashness, bro. I'm gonna become a homeowner. A mobile homeowner, but it's a goddamn home, all right? I'm paying fucking lot fees.
Start jumping out of front of city buses in Vegas so you can get enough.
That's already a fucking not even a thing. Like they throw those out.
It probably happens so much that it's capped at like $300.
Yeah. Like everybody's ruined it for like everything else in my life. A lot of things were ruined by people that I never met nor knew Vegas that I can ruined. Never do again.
Vegas as a whole is ruined. not completely, but it used to be cheap as fuck.
Well, that's the corporations making you pay for fucking parking now because you can have a QR code as you go in and pay that way.
Alan did say to me, he's like, I could if it's cheaper, we could rent a car. I'm like, it's not cheaper. We have to
It's not.
park everywhere. I'm like, getting out. Like Uber isn't really that bad.
Uber is cheap out there. Like the most I paid was like maybe $30, maybe 40.
And that, but you were going up strip probably, right? You weren't like.
I was like off strip for a lot of my journeys.
Right. On strip, it's not that much usually at all because you're not going that far.
No.
Even if you go from end to end, even if we went to like Atomic Golf, which is by the Strat, it would still wouldn't be that bad unless we went. Still wouldn't be that bad. But I had a bunch of offers from Caesars, more than MGM, but and one of them was like, it was weird. It had to be like the week I ended up going, but it's like 2 nights and you get like $30 in like slot play or something. And I have another thing that's $25, so I should be getting like $55 to slot play from Caesars, so that's cool.
Nice,
but I mean, not the big deal. Well, I made the reservation twice and canceled it because I saw a better deal and I didn't have to pay for it until I get there. So I'm just like, no.
Not gonna lie, I did that last year with the thing in September. I canceled, I think, once, and then the Rio came up.
I mean, I went to the same place. I just wanted to use the offer, so I didn't see it until after I booked it. So I canceled it, which didn't cost me anything, and just rebooked it through the offer. So. Which costs the same. It's just I wanted my slot play. If I'm going to go, give me my slot play.
Yeah, you got to get that valuable slot play, as Vegas Matt calls it.
It does say that. Oh, when you check in, you might be able to, get premium room upgrades. I'm like, I don't know. Depends how much they cost. They give me. I don't know. I'm going to be there Monday, Tuesday. Maybe I can give me a suite. I'm sending everyone pictures if I'm in a suite, just me shirtless dancing in front of the window.
All of a sudden, well, I know exactly how that'll go. Tim in the robe, and I'm gonna get a video just sounding like this.
You're sweating buckets, but it's not even hot. Then it's something better. The song, and then take it everything that you got. Yep.
I could see you doing that. That's the freaky part. Like 3 a.m. my time. I'm just sweating buckets, but it's not even hot. You're like, ah! Why do they hang so low?
They probably do. I don't know.
They're hitting his knees.
I have to move a lot of shit and get a lot of mirrors to see what they're doing nowadays. But
well, yeah, Tim, that's why you should start doing like walking stuff. Do a walk at 5K.
I've been walking more, but it's still not nearly enough.
Yeah, of course.
Baby steps. Leave me alone.
I commend you for even fucking making an effort, honestly. As your friend, for real.
Yeah, now the thing is, especially because Drunk Tim decided I'm going to stay longer. Now I got to figure out how to save fucking money. I got to figure that out. So
yeah, that's hard. I've got maybe $170 until next Wednesday. So
down below, tip jar, everybody. You want to
if you're watching on X, there is a tip jar on our page. Just click that money icon.
There you go.
And if you want, leave a comment as well. We'll read it on the air. Like it, even though X doesn't comment for some fucking reason.
Say something like, better put this on black or something like that. I would for you.
Oh man.
But anyway, yeah, no, but I'm excited. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I was really hoping we'd go on the weekday, so it'd be a lot cheaper, but it's all right. It is what it is. And like I said, if I may have talked myself out of. I mean, I hate flying so much that I don't want to feel like I'm flying there and then flying right back. That's why I want to stay an extra day. But staying one extra day would have cost me hundreds of dollars for some reason, right? So, actually, the flights were cheaper. Although I did do this, and as much as I shouldn't be spending any more money on this, like I know that I'm gonna think this is a good decision when I do it is I upgraded my seat on the plane. For $50 each way. So I'm like, I'm fucking doing it. And I'm in the very first row, and there's no middle seat. So I get a seat first row. So that's a little extra leg room, and there's no middle seat. I'm like, that's gonna save my life. That's gonna be huge. So that's a huge deal. So I did it, and I'm like, fuck it. And with bags, I had to pay like another 180, like 430 with bags and shit. So it's all right. It's fine. It'll be
I had an evil thought when you were like, I'm in the front of the plane. I'm safe. I'm like,
a nosedive.
Poor pilot in front of you. If you crash, is not because the human pinball goes through the fucking wall.
Pilot's gonna be flying the plane like this, like. What the heck?
You end up grabbing the fucking handle on the way through the cockpit.
What's going on? We keep drifting downward, man. All right.
Well, no, I was thinking more you grab onto the fucking cockpit or the controls as you're going through the fucking fuselage, and you're just like, what happened? And you're just like in a seat holding the. Oh, and there's a lot of blood. A lot, Tim.
Sure. I'm sure there would be a lot of blood.
Oh, man. That's fun. But no, yeah, that's cool. Who are you flying out with?
Frontier.
Well, okay. I mean, if there's no middle seat in there, like
that's
front class fucking thing, then that's pretty tits.
Seats are the same because for whatever reason, there's those front couple seats, and then the next couple rows back are more expensive. So I think maybe those seats are a little better, but it might be the same seats. But at least there's no middle seat. And there might be a little more like, so I'm like, that's a huge deal. If I can sit like my legs spread, that's good. And I'm in the first row. That means like, I can get off quick. As soon as they open that door, I'm done. I'm out. First one out. I'm out. So that's good too. Yeah. And I'm flying out like, I'll be there like 9 a.m. So, but then I'll be able to take a nap before Alan gets there. So whatever.
There is, I wish I could afford it, like a lifetime membership to the Cauliflower Alley Club, because
a sort of wrestling thing. It sounds like.
Yeah, it is. It's I briefly talked about it. I think last week with you because you had not known what it is. It's what I kind of in the future, if this show does ever like really get a following.
Oh, you told me this is the thing with the old wrestlers and shit.
Yeah, and they actually help with like medical bills and all kinds of stuff. I would love to be that for MMA fighters now, if I'm being honest, as like an MMA podcast, like Tank Abbott.
That's another thing. Just like with wrestling, people should be asking, why does this have to happen? Why aren't they being taken care of by the company they worked for so long, like the NFL and Major League Baseball? Why isn't that happening? Oh, they're pieces of shit. That's
well, I mean, again, though, you'll never get a union in MMA just because how many fighters have we had on this show who would be like, I would fucking break that fucking scab line and take that.
One is
multiple. Don't say one.
One. Andrew's the only one. Well, okay, two, because that one Mark Gordon guy said he would do it, but he would have to be like, he wouldn't be the first one to do it. He had to see everyone else doing it first. So really only one say he'd be the first one to do it.
I think there's way more guys who are regional.
That's sad because scabs. Man, scabs fucked up. Being scabs fucked up. In any situation.
I mean, dude, you got to look at it as like it's the culture of fighting combat sport.
Not giving the fuck about.
Yeah, cutthroat as fuck. I'm gonna take your spot, bitch. Like, sorry, it's what happens.
Scabness is overall is fucked up.
Can you imagine if like John Jones? If there was like a strike and John Jones walked in at the young age he did back then and said, fuck it, I'm going to do this. I think he would have. Guys like him would have done that for sure.
It's funny because now then there would be an asterisk for some people. Like, yeah, he's great. He's one of the best ever, but he was a piece of shit back in the day when they were trying to do a contract dispute. If he didn't do that, he would have it. He would be unblemished.
I'd be one of the people saying no, he doesn't deserve an asterisk.
Yeah, you're a big business. You don't give a shit about anybody. You don't shit about the
They made a choice in a singular thing.
A little guy who doesn't give the shit about the little guy. That's very strange, but it is what it is. Where's your big business hat? And I like that. I miss the big business hat and your monocle.
Where is my big business hat? It's somewhere. I'll find it. But no, yeah, man. Like I haven't thought of the big business hat in a very long time, actually. No, yeah, man, you can't with MMA, especially combat sports in general. There are always guys who are willing to make that big money to cut someone else's nuts off to fucking do it.
And then that's helping the owners of the company not have so really who are we blaming? Are we blaming? Well, we still blame them. We still blame the company, but also the fighters' fault too, because they would, if they all work together, they have a union in a day, but they're not going to. So really, who are we blaming?
It's
you blame. Still, most blame company, but still fighters too, because like I said, if they're all in on it, it happened tomorrow, but they don't have to be in on it. So
I mean, the system. It's one of those things. You got to blame the system. You can't blame the owners.
Who created the system? The owners created the system. What are you talking about?
I don't know about that.
Yes, who else other than them? Who else?
It made sense to have 50K in 2020 fucking or 2005 or whatever.
They didn't create the system which they're now running. Who did?
Elves.
That's what I thought. See, this is ridiculous.
No, yeah, I don't know, man. You look at it and it works, especially the UFC. How many
those people who think things just magically happen? We can call this out because things just magically work. Everyone knows that. Planes just magically land.
No, it's just the fact that for some reason Dana White's 50K or 5K just to show on the early prelims, it works. He's been in business for decades now, and guys make
don't pretend
millions of dollars.
Don't pretend he's not the one screwing these people over, because he is.
Again, I look at it as it's the only working formula.
You don't know that until someone else tries it. And no one has to, because again, the fighters do not put pressure on them to do so. So really, again, it's still on the fighters.
Elite XC, Strike Force, Pride Fighting Championship.
What do you mean? Pride was all mob money we're talking about.
Yeah, but at some point the mob did give up when they realized they were losing a lot of money. Are we not, like, the sale happened to the UFC? I mean, Pride is on Fight Pass. It's on ESPN Plus.
None of those, they were all ripping people off too. It wasn't like they weren't. This was like none of them.
I'm not saying they weren't ripping people off. I'm just saying if you look at Dana White's not backing the Brinks truck up.
Doing shit with the UFC anymore. He didn't even go to the press conference. He's not doing shit anymore. He's just doing this new boxing shit. I don't think he gives a fuck.
Dana, he was at the thing at 315. What are you talking about?
He didn't do the press conference afterwards.
Yeah, he did.
Not the post fight.
Pretty sure.
That's what I didn't see, but I read that he wasn't there because everyone was talking shit like, why are you? He just doesn't even give a shit anymore. He's not.
Okay, all right. You know what? That's maybe he didn't want to go to fucking Canada. You ever think about that? Maybe he didn't like Canada.
I think he might have been there, but I think he just didn't go to the he just didn't go to the post fight press conference. I think
he was disgusted.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear that he's got like 1 foot in, 1 foot out now because he's doing other shit like the boxing and whatnot. But the thing is, that's how it's been for years. People have been doing more and more, and he's been doing less and less for a long time. I don't really even know how much he really does anymore.
Well, he's in his 60s.
He's a big part of he's a big part of the promoting. I'm not saying he shouldn't be. I'm just saying acting like he is the UFC. He isn't. He is the guys at the top, but it's just like any other CEO of a company. He's not really doing the dirty work, right? He's
the figurehead at this point. Like he's just the dude. He's the face of the company.
Right. Like, I mean, Steve Jobs wasn't coding, so like, it's like that. And that's fine. But people were acting like, oh, Dana did this. I'm like, not anymore. I mean, maybe he's part of it at the beginning, but not anymore.
He's the Papa John's, but nobody can fire him for racism.
Well, they can't. Apparently, they can't fire him for slapping his wife in public.
I
feel like we need to bring that up once a show, just so people don't forget. Because I feel like people have forgotten. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, no, I think about it a lot. Like that still goes through my fucking head.
Was just swept under quick.
It was,
and like too quick. Wait,
dog.
I'm not
Make
saying,
sure to repost, by the way, if you're on X.
Saying forever, but let's just like not. That was way too quick. You never forget.
It was fucking.
Mistakes. And I'm not saying someone's life should be over because they made a mistake, but I am saying that was way too quick.
Was it January? Wasn't it January fucking 1 he slapped that bitch, or was it last year?
That was last year, but it was
still.
But like a month later, we stopped talking about it.
Because I got tired of it because nothing ever came of it. Like nothing happened. He just slapped his fucking wife.
And he said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, I feel like you should chill for a little bit, man. Take a couple months off or something, man. Let someone else run the press conferences for a couple months at least, and then come back later.
Yeah, give Sean Shelby a shot. Like, I mean, who knows?
I still really don't like the fact that he's like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. Just like that. I'm like, dude, just lay low for a minute and then come back. Like,
he's the last of a very dying breed of man. You know,
God, honestly, I don't need any more of those. To be honest with you, man.
No. I mean, even after our blow up, I fucking, I was like, I'm going to take the rest of the show and Wednesday off, and we'll talk about it on fucking Thursday.
I call you the next day because we had a show.
I know, but still, it was one of those deals where it's like, we hugged and got everything out, and, it was what it was. But even I realized, like, I just fucking take some time to, like, relax. Dana didn't after that fucking punching his fucking wife in Cabo or wherever the fuck they were. Because I remember it was, like, Mexico or something.
It was Mexico, I think.
Insane.
And I'm not saying that he has to, like, be in a hole forever. But, I mean, you have to at least act like you did something wrong. And I mean, he said a little bit, but he didn't do much, man. Not enough. And the fact that it just went away so fast, that bummed me out. I mean, we all fucked up. And I'm not like, that's why I said, like, I'm not saying they should have been his life ruined forever, but I feel like he needed to take it a little more seriously than he did, and it seemed like he didn't. That was the problem. That it didn't seem like he took it very seriously. But whatever.
I think he did, but he did it in the way that a dude like him would, and even then, it's not healthy.
It's like, I said I'm sorry, so we're done. It's over now. I said I'm sorry. It's over now. It never happened. Like that.
Yeah, sort of the like telling you I love you means I'm sorry kind of thing, or to not having to say I love you means I'm sorry or whatever.
Like, I'm absolved. Did my Hail Marys? It's gone forever.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Dana White punched his wife. Everybody
did my sorries.
Oh man,
I'm sure he is, and I really hope he didn't do it. Hasn't done it since, And again, if you do it once, I mean, it's not great. It's fucked up. But I'm not saying bear the man forever because people fuck up. But just act like you did something wrong, man.
Here's what shocked me. And shout out again, we haven't done this in a while. Shout out to the guys who are running MMA YouTube right now, Moss and JBM, the MMA holes. May health and beauty be upon your life and all that jazz.
Where's the comment? We don't have any comments. What the hell happened? Are we even live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
We have people watching.
Bots.
Hello, bots. A lot on X and some on YouTube, but
if you're on X, come to YouTube.
No, stay on X. Yeah. Let's get monetized on X. That'd be nice. Some of that sweet Tesla money.
I wouldn't take it. I sent it back.
I would send it to you every week or month, whenever we get paid.
I'd say that, but that's probably not true. So
I was about to say I would take any money.
I feel like
at
you
this
think
point.
about it more so than anywhere else. Yes, but I would still take it.
What was I gonna say? What was I talking about? Tim.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, something about the MMA holes. Fuck. Shit. Oh, something about the. I remember what it was. JBM's take on the whole thing kind of like diffused it for me, where it was like, oh, she has that perspective on it. I didn't see that coming out of her at all.
Well, she was like, "She put your hands up, bitch." So
no, it's you want to. It was the broad
found out.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was the Nelson Davis joke that I love so much about the dude knocking the bitch out on the fucking RTA bus.
Yeah. Forgot about that too.
It's one of my dude. you forget there were men out there that fucking keep they bitches in line. But not the again thing. But JBM's thought about it, where she was like, yeah, she did hit him over and over again. Which when she said that, I was like, fuck. All right, I can have I felt comfortable having my perspective on it at that point.
We also forget that Mike Perry knocked his girlfriend out in a sparring session.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like fighters are fighters, man. Like it's
that's a horrible excuse, but okay.
It's no, but it's a realism to it's a real quality that they have where they're just pieces of shit to everybody until they get in the ring. I mean,
that's not true. Don't lump everybody together like that. Most of them are pieces of shit. What are you saying? All fighters are pieces of shit all of a sudden?
No, I would never say that is a general thing.
That's what you just said. At least what it sounded like you said. What did you mean to say?
I'm talking about like you get alpha male fucking people.
Not everybody's like that either. Look at Jordan Levitt.
Well, I mean, Jordan Levitt. Those splits go many ways, and we've tried to get Jordan on the show.
Jordan Levitt can beat up almost everyone in the world except for about 100 people, maybe less. That's it. So you talk about alpha maleness, that guy can beat up almost everybody on the planet.
Almost what a tenth of the world's population, pretty much.
What? No, I said he can beat up 99.9%. Everyone except for like the however many guys in the UFC can beat him. Other than that, he can beat up everybody else. I said that about every fighter because I mean you can, unless someone, yeah. Because if you're not fighters, you can beat them up. You can beat up any non-fighter.
Ooh.
Any fighter can beat up any non-fighter, unless it's one of those things where the guy's 400 pounds of muscle and and it's a 125-pound fighter who just can't move him. That's besides that.
I wanted to ask you, or I wanted to talk to you about something, Tim.
Okay.
There's body cam footage. Oh, poor Bubba. Poor Bubba.
Of what now? I don't want
to. Did you see that? You read this Kyle Snyder thing that I sent you?
Oh yeah, I did see that. I didn't read it, but I saw the headline. Yeah, Kyle Snyder's like fucking pimping in Columbus or some shit.
No, he was buying.
Oh, he's buying.
He was buying pussy and got caught up. Fuck off, Columbus Dispatch. You're gonna give me this fucking story. He was buying pussy.
Oh no.
And this is according to
one of those things the Columbus. when he was at the height, when he was the shit at Ohio State, he can get whatever he whenever he wanted, but now he's having a hard time tapering off to like normal human being levels. And for him, it's still pretty high compared to a lot of people, I'm assuming. But if he can't get it every second of the day, he's got to go pay for it now. He's having a hard time adjusting to normal person levels of sex.
You know what, Tim? I'm going to say this. This man should be able to do whatever the fuck he wants.
I mean,
this man is a gold medalist.
That it should be a get out of jail free card for a lot of things one time in your life, I believe. A gold medal. You don't get to keep it.
Prostitution? Absolutely one of those things.
Yeah, I would say so. Yes. Anything, any physical assault? No. You know, shit like that. But
no.
You know, anything with children? No. But this would be give up your gold medal. You get out of jail free.
No, he doesn't have to give it up. The prostitute has to give it up to him because he's paying her money. The man is a gold medalist. I think, like, to be honest with you, dude, I'm for prostitution. I'm for busting illegal prostitution as well. And you fucking, the Johns, unless they don't physically assault the sex worker themselves, I don't like the John should get a fucking slap on the wrist. Go home, sleep this off, you fucking piece of shit.
You should do. It's not a felony.
And fucking do.
This will be a slap on the wrist. I mean, he'll get something, but he'll get a probation or something. Like it's not a felony.
I hope he gets a. Yeah,
I think
it shouldn't be a felony.
It is a second offense or something like that. But first one, it's not a felony.
Fuck you. That's true. It shouldn't be a felony at all. Like as long as it's
the law is.
I get what the law is, but I'm giving my opinion on the law, Tim.
You said "fuck you" as if I made the law.
I'm not saying towards you. I'm saying it towards the law. That's
You're looking at me when you said it.
Well, I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at the law.
Anyway, let's see the video.
Yeah, I haven't seen this video. I kind of want to see this. Oh boy. Yeah, it was an undercover sting. I will read more about this, but let's watch Kyle Snyder, former.
I don't even trust whores anymore.
Well, I mean that's what Marion Barry said.
Used to be the only person you could trust.
Marion Barry, even my favorite part about the Marion Barry thing, where it's like, "Bitch set me up." Like, yes, she did, because she's a whore, and the feds paid her money. But let's watch this. Oh, come on! Why are you not playing? Oh wow, Columbus Dispatch. What is this bullshit? Really? How the fuck can I not watch this video? I mean, is it because I don't pay to your stupid subscription video shit? That shit, dog. Hold on. Kyle Snyder. I wanted to watch this. I actually wanted to watch this fucking thing.
And this
really fucking
him just getting cuffed and put in a car. I don't really think it's anything crazy.
Well, who knows what's being said? I'm restarting it here. Let's see if this works. All right, let's see if this fucking actually does something. And no, I don't want advertise. It's loading. It looks like. All right. It is not playing. Oh, there it is. Hold on. I'm gonna let it load for a second.
Please, hands up, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. Palms together, palms together. Yes, sir. No, listen, relax. Breathe for a second, all right, man? Yes, sir. Keep that right hand right where it's at. I'll pinch on your shirt. All right, man, listen. I'm not going to take you down the hallway, do the walk of shame. Yep. So, what's that?
He didn't have his pants on.
Oh no, Kyle, that's a tragically low amount of money. I don't.
160 to perform a sex act on him. That is tragic.
That's no.
I'd give that for a blowjob to a friend who needed rent money.
That's not nearly enough.
No, dog.
It's not nearly enough for me to feel okay about it.
Oh, and he doesn't even have his pants on. Like, that's what's really bothering me. I'm like, this is an Olympic champion. And they're like, we need to get his pants on. Like, oh.
Do you not know I have a gold medal?
Yeah. All right, let's finish this up.
Sorry, I beat the Russians for your entertainment.
Thank you very much. What's your name, dude? My name is Kyle. All right, Kyle, listen. Do you have any warrants or anything like that? No, sir. Okay. So assuming everything goes smooth, no crazy circumstances, you're going to get
Met her on High Street.
summons and released, okay? Okay.
Can I open the door?
Dublin.
Okay.
What's this? Botcam footage.
Okay.
How's the
Right.
women's basketball
Are you the owner
coach?
of the car here?
Yeah.
Kevin
I
McCuff.
had somebody call and said they were concerned about your driving and that they followed you here.
Oh, he was just drunk.
Basketball coaches and DUIs, man. That goes together like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's
Ketchup and mustard. Yeah, man. It's
called Wednesday in fucking college athletics.
that's happened so often.
Yeah.
Happened to Bobby Huggins, had everybody. Bobby Huggins trying to get a job again, and no one would hire him. Kind of a bummer. He didn't get the Kent State. He didn't know the Cleveland State job. He was up for that. He didn't get it, and he was up for McKee State too. He didn't get that either.
Somebody hire Bobby Huggins.
Anyway, I mean, I know he's 75 years old or some shit, but he wants to coach still. Give him a job, or he'll be back here coaching. I don't know, coaching at Strasbourg like his old man did.
To be honest, I would go to those games just to see Bobby Huggins fucking coach.
I would go to every game.
I'd be like, buy me a ticket for fucking New Philly so we can be in the New Philly section for that game.
My niece had a tournament. I was up in it was in North Ridgeville, and unlike the tournament in Bolivar a couple weeks ago, they didn't have a bar, but what they did have is they sold beer and booze just out of the concession stand.
I saw that. You sent me a thing about it.
Yeah, that's right. It was awesome. And I really wondered how that went down with the town. How difficult was it for them to get the liquor license at the baseball park? Because that would never happen in my town. Never. No way. If they try to do that, there would be a line at the door of the church people, most of them, saying how that's going to ruin the community to do that. And I would be right next to them, telling them they're crazy. And I would take my time as well. I would speak at the city council meeting, and I'd be drunk.
This is the kind of communities white guilt produces.
I would be like Denzel Washington in Flight. Like, I'm drunk right now. Huh? Your kids are fine.
I did snort that coke before I flew that plane.
Me and John Goodman just did 6 lions together.
I still can't believe they showed us that movie to fucking like.
We watched.
Have I told you that? You see me do that joke, right?
You told me when it happened.
That is a true fucking. I can't believe I went to when I got my DUI. That fucking those bitches showed us a movie where the scumbag was the hero. Like, how dare you make me root for them? Well, I know I have at least a year's suspension on my license.
They showed us the wild, wonderful whites of West Virginia.
It's the best movie to show scumbags.
Oh. Yeah, but that's the one that makes you want to go to West Virginia with a Sandy prescription because you're a king. You now own the city. Yes. I now own Morgantown.
No, it's actually once you get in like Boone County is where it really fucking hits.
It's the real boonies, but yeah.
If you go into Logan, West Virginia and stand in the fucking center of town with a pill bottle and shake it, you become a cult leader. That's what happens.
It's like Boone County making call. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you find a wife in Boone County. It's fucking back pills and fucking.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But anyway,
of
the
course.
documentary is fucking wild. And I have seen it before then. That was the second time I saw it.
I want to message. I want to message my dude in West Virginia that I know and see how much brokered time is so we can do a 2-hour time slot on the radio station that I didn't get the job for.
Why?
First hour of the show.
Why do you want to go to West Virginia?
No. We could probably fucking satellite this show into the station, but like the first hour of the show on that station, probably $400.
But why though? You didn't tell me that yet. What?
Spite?
None that in on it. I don't think it's worth it.
Because they hired a dude who had outstanding sexual warrants in the state of Virginia instead of me.
I mean, I've met you,
got caught and never called me back.
I met you, so I get it. But I mean, also, yeah, he might have actual outstanding sexual whatever it was.
This is like 10 years ago.
However, you're wearing those glasses right now, so looking at the two of them, who would you hire?
And I bought a new pair that's even more gaudy, more gold and more gold and silver on these fucking things, and they're square as fuck. I get them.
When you move into a new town, those glasses go door to door for you, so you don't have to.
I look like a guy who regularly vacations in Vegas with the new glasses. Like
you look like a guy that the convenience store workers have to tell them to move along. Either buy it or leave when he's like thumbing through the porn magazines that are like out behind. Yeah.
Have you seen the Muff Centerfold? It's fantastic.
You got the new issue of Clown Tits. Yeah.
Bobo is in this fucking one. It's the best issue they've had in a long time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Clown Tits for life.
Walks into Hooters and asks the hostess if his table is available. I'm going to go to my table. There's somebody sitting there. I'm sorry?
Is Charisse working this weekend? I want to know. She doesn't return my calls. I text her my dick 4 times a day.
I bought her
no response.
I bought her a bracelet from the pawn shop. I don't know why that.
You know how many
you have that accent
had to jerk off to get the money for that bracelet? It wasn't cheap. You okay?
Yeah, it's fine. But anyway, what we're saying is with those glasses on, you got the body's in the basement face.
I do, and it's gonna get worse because I leaned in hard to these fucking specs.
I love how the guys at LVT were making fun of like your comb over. It's true. You do the creepy comb over every once in a while. I'd rather you put the hat on.
Yeah, me too. It's just there are times I'm like, fuck it, dude. Like, what am I gonna fucking do?
Or just let it go naturally. I mean, it's like a comb over doesn't look good for anybody.
I fucking hate it, dude. I need to get a haircut actually. If I'm being straight up honest.
I will only get a haircut at the barbershop at the Cosmopolitan in Vegas. Nowhere else.
So it's like what, $50?
Nah, I'll probably be more than that. I don't know.
Find out.
I found out before I went last time. Yeah, I don't remember. But after tip, it probably close to 100, probably.
Probably. I'll pay for it.
You say that.
But you got to get the bowl cut that you had originally when I met you.
Never had a bowl cut. Oh, I had like the swoopity swoop.
Yeah, you got to get the swoopity swoop.
I mean, I wouldn't have it cut real short, so it would kind of look like that.
I would want that because that's the Tim Danko I loved when I met you as.
I wouldn't get it cut real short. I definitely don't want it to be real short.
No, I don't. I don't want you to do that. You better with like that. I'm the fucking bull dyke of this fucking show. I'm way too more mouthy than I should be.
Grown like it grows poofy. Well, at least it used to. It's been a while, so I don't know anymore. But it grows. It looks a little froey. I mean, it's not curly, but it gets a little. It grows like poofy. So I don't know.
You know, it'd be kind of funny.
What would be kind of funny?
Right? Us doing that and then being like, we took our friend to this barbershop at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. Like, where I make it look like you're a homeless dude, but I'm like,
fat to be homeless.
But like, you're getting like washed and shit, like, and it looks nothing where you're even like at, kind of thing. To make fun of those dumb ass videos. I hate those videos.
Okay. How about a show that makes guys over, but the guys doing the makeovers are not at all qualified? And they're just like, I don't know, shave his head. I don't know. Fuck. Or they're just bros. They just give him like tight jeans and white beaters.
How do you feel about the Ed Hardy brand? Are you divorced?
Or there's 4 guys, 3 of them are gay dudes. The other one is a white supremacist, and he keeps trying to push like shaved head and white beard.
Only dark margins.
We're not putting Lee's on this guy. We're not putting fucking Lee's on this guy. All right. Levi's. That's what I meant to say. Levi's.
I'll be back. I gotta pee real quick.
Okay. Anyway, I think it'd be a great show. Call it 3 gays and a KKK. Right? There's like one. Right, they're making people over, and then the white supremacists try to fuck all up. Yeah, it'd be a decent sketch. Better than an actual attempt at the show. Guardians won. That's good. They won 2-0 against Milwaukee. That's good. Oh fuck, the Cavs are playing. I'm afraid to even look. Cavs are down 3-1. They just started though. I think no, they're an hour and a half in. I'm terrified to look. Here we go. They're up 4 at halftime. It's only halftime, and they're up 3-1, so they need to win 3 in a row. Is Donovan Mitchell playing? Donovan Mitchell is playing. I hope they hold on. Then they got to go back to Indy. They got to win again. And they go to Cleveland, Game 7. And listen, if they get this Game 7, that's a win. But I don't know. I said before the playoffs started that like I will be disappointed in anything other than getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. So if they lose in this round, I'll be disappointed. But if they would lose to Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, I wouldn't be pumped, but I could handle that. But this is a bummer. Them losing in this round to Indiana, who I believe they're better than, but it's one of those things. Let's see. Minnesota's up 3-1 on Golden State. Denver and Oklahoma City are tied 2-2. What about the other series? And the Knicks are up 3-1 with the Celtics. Okay. Well, that's the thing, man. We got to get past. If we can get past Indiana, we win 3 games in a row here. We play the Knicks. I like our chances. I don't know if anybody thought Eastern Conference Finals was going to be Knicks Pacers. There's a chance that the Western Conference will be Timberwolves Thunder. Man, those are giant markets, huh? Minnesota, Oklahoma City, Indiana. Yeah, I mean, the Knicks would be the only moneymaker there. And the Knicks have been bad for a while. But you know what? If the Cavs can't win, I wouldn't mind the Knicks, only because, that fan base has seen a lot of garbage for a very, very, very long time. And I wouldn't mind seeing them get their first championship in a very long time. And the Knicks have been terrible forever, seems like. So the last couple of years they've been better. But I mean, they haven't won anything in a very long time. So wouldn't mind seeing that. Also, the Timberwolves, they've been a not very good franchise almost the entire time they've been around. So them getting to the finals will be cool too. But Oklahoma City's very good. The Nuggets obviously have the best player in basketball, Jokic. So we'll see. Hopefully the Cavs can pull this one out and go back to Indy. I don't know what day that would be. Probably 2 days from today. Cavs are up at halftime. They're down 3-1 on Indy. They got to win 3 in a row, but they're up at 4 points at halftime. So hopefully they pull this one out, go to Indy, win that one. Also, the Knicks are up 3-1 on the Celtics.
Oh,
and the Timberwolves are up 3-1 on the Warriors, and the Nuggets and Thunder are tied 2-2. Like, I'm just thinking of a very possible Final Four being Indiana, New York, Oklahoma City, and Minnesota. I don't think, other than New York, I don't think the NBA is real thrilled with that. You see Minnesota, Indiana, NBA Finals.
Hey, man, you know what? I got, the reason I kind of got disenfranchised with basketball was always, you had your Detroits, you had your Clevelands. It was mostly the fucking Lakers, bro. Like, it got old.
When? The 90s?
2000s?
When they're three-peated? Okay, maybe. But it wasn't. They haven't been real good.
But they were always like the dominant force.
They won the bubble championship, but I don't know, man. They've never been bad for long. They've had stretches of not great, but they've never been bad for a long time.
But I'm talking about, it's nice to see variety of cities rather than like
Minnesota has been terrible the entire time they've been in the NBA until very recently. So that'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was saying it before you came back. The Knicks have been bad for so long that I would be, I feel like that fan base, they need something. I'll be fine with the Knicks winning something. I'll be fine with that.
We're old enough.
Who would ruin it for me? It was Spike Lee running around. That bothered me. Rappaport. I want him to, he's a fun Knicks fan.
Fuck Rappaport.
He made that 30 for 30 when the Garden was eaten. That was a good doc.
We're old enough to remember, and it's been 30 years almost. It's been 31 now, actually, since the Knicks made it to the finals. Mm-hmm. That was my team. The Houston Rockets went to game 7 with them in the NBA Finals and won the franchise's first title off of Patrick Ewing and fucking whoever else was on that fucking team at the time.
It's been so long.
So good for New York. The Knicks, at least, good for them. I wish it was more Brooklyn, to be honest.
Pacers and Timberwolves would be hilarious.
Dude, Indiana, Minnesota, where it's like they only have to take a bus to fucking the finals games. They don't even have to fly.
They would fly, but it'd be like a 45-minute flight.
Yeah. The Midwest.
It would be one of those up and downs. As soon as they hit 30,000 feet, they're descending.
What's the Ralph Manfred of
the commissioner?
Yeah.
Adam Silver. Uncle Adam?
Fucking that guy. You want to talk about so many rakes that have been thrown in his fucking way, where it's like LeBron losing his fucking complete and utter,
He's like the one commissioner that's like the most player friendly. I think he would do whatever they wanted. He's like one of those guys. The complete opposite of like Goodell and Manfred.
Yeah. Manfred just does whatever the fuck he wants, it seems.
The NBA has been very successful under Adam Silver, but he's like the complete opposite of David Stern. That guy ran that league with a fucking iron fist.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started watching again. I've seen it before, but a little bit of the Untold about Tim Donaghy and all the that ref who got in trouble for fixing games apparently, and
allegedly
fixing games. Well, he was betting on games. He admits that, but he says he never did anything wrong as far as officiating goes. Who knows? But he does talk about all this stuff, like how the league would call him as a ref and tell him not to call certain fouls to certain players, and they would tell him which teams they wanted to win certain playoff series. They would tell them that, and the FBI fucked up by telling the NBA about Donaghy, and then the NBA leaked it, so they couldn't do a sting. They should have never told the NBA. They should have sent Donaghy back in with mics, and then we would have found all this shit out, right? But now we're just having the word of one guy who is a convicted felon. But I 100% believe him. 100% believe him on that shit when he talks about the league telling him what to do. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's like he gave an example, and they showed the play of him calling like a spin move travel on Michael Jordan because they were just told they want to crack down on that. And he called it on them, and he got pulled aside and told, like, Gabe, we wanted you to call that, but not on Michael Jordan. So,
yeah.
He told, like, just how the league didn't want you to call fouls on stars. They didn't want you to. Which is what we expected anyway. But did I really? I thought it was all unspoken, but I didn't know it was literally spoken. But anyway, about Untold, there's a new Untold that came out today, and it may be my least favorite one of all time. You know what it is?
Oh God. No, tell me.
Number one, it's not an athlete. It's a internet personality who was lying to people.
Logan
very
Paul?
Polarizing. No.
Jake Paul?
No. Liver King.
Oh, what? Why are we even giving that guy credence?
I don't know. But
like, we all knew he took steroids. Like, fuck off.
Right. I feel like
if you've okay. I may not look it, but I want to say sophomore year of high school, when I was introduced to weight training, I started fucking loving it. So much in fact, that I gave myself a pelvic hernia because I was trying to really kind of jack my legs up. Okay. I looked at Liver King. I knew after years of being a professional wrestling fan that motherfucker was on fucking roids. There was no other fucking way that dude could have been on anything else. Sorry.
Everyone assumed, but it was just the whole him double down, and he's trying to sell, his supplements and shit.
Fuck you.
And the thing is, I'm not saying that shit he was selling, the way he was living would not help people and hasn't helped people, but the lying doesn't help. Now no one believes you. Now no one will ever believe you again.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I gave myself a fucking abdominal hernia trying to open my fucking spray can today at work.
That's the age we are.
I felt something rip. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I have to have emergency surgery. Why? Fucking tying my shoes injury. Man,
dude, I wouldn't be surprised.
My whole back cracks.
I haven't had that yet.
Yeah, if I'm kind of clogged up here and I sneeze, my whole back will go.
Oh, I gotta lose weight. Anyway, no, yeah, why the fuck are we paying Liver King mind at this point? That's such an old meme where you're like.
Also, that's the only Untold I did not find entertaining. The only one.
Well, yeah, because it's about a dude who fucking used steroids and lied. Who gives a shit?
It wasn't very interesting at all.
No,
it was. I really didn't like that one. The next one is it's called The Fall of Favre, about Brett Favre and his all fucked upness. Brett Favre, fantastic quarterback, terrible everything else. Not a great human being, Brett Favre.
No,
but that's the next one. And the one last week was called Shooting Guards. And that was about that whole thing about Gilbert Arenas and another guy who brought guns into the locker room. That whole thing.
I did want to kind of. I know you are not familiar with this person, but I did want to talk. By the way, real quick about. I'm not even going to say his real name because I don't. I until I was older is when I found out his real name. But Sabu, the pro wrestler Sabu, died, using air quotes here,
Well, the Jimmy Hoffa thing. What are we talking about?
No. I think he deleted himself.
Well, he still died.
But like people are saying like Kratom killed him, which is kind of weird.
What is Kratom? Is this some sort of supplement?
Yeah, hold on. Kratom.
Or is it a wrestler? It could be 50-50 at this point.
No, it's a substance. You can get it in like a lot of places. Kratom is a drug fact sheet. Kratom. I've never. It's a stimulant. So people are saying that he probably it killed him.
Like Anna Nicole.
Yeah, where it's like Speed killed Anna Nicole, Kratom killed Sabu. I think he killed himself. To be honest with you, I think a guy who lived, no pun intended, to the extreme like Sabu. The pain that guy must have been in. It's worse. I'd rather be in. Think of in your mind, Tim. Say the first name when I say this.
Okay.
MMA fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You think is in more pain than he actually lets on, or she, and wants to kill themselves.
Wants to kill themselves? I don't know if I have any names for that.
That's Sabu.
Okay.
That guy put himself through so much. Much.
If you just said who do I think is in way more pain than they will ever admit, I would say Chuck Liddell. That's probably. Yeah. I'm not saying he's suicidal, but I bet that guy is going through it.
Oh yeah, on a regular. His back injuries from slams alone must suck.
And he's not the only one, but he's one that every time I see him, it doesn't look
suffering in silence is what yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's not about silence. He might not. Well, he's not talking about it, but you look at him and you're like, he's not having a great day ever.
No.
And also, I think cognitively, it's because it's because of what he did for a living.
But what really sucks about this Sabu one is it came out of like left field so much. Like nobody expected.
How old was he?
60.
All right. Well, that's unfortunately that's like a normal dying age for wrestlers, or at least it was 10 or 20 years ago. It was.
Nobody thought. I didn't think Sabu was going to live this long. Yeah. Especially knowing what I knew after the ECW years, knowing what I knew about the ECW locker room and what was going on in that whole area, he was one of those guys where I'm like, oh, he's going to be dead by 40 maybe. And he lasted 20 more years than I thought he was going to. I mean, that guy blew my fucking mind on a regular goddamn basis for ECW back in the day. A lot of guys, a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean 90% of wrestlers today wish they could be Sabu. 90%. He was Jerry Jaffe, Dr. Jerry Graham Jr. A question I asked him after the podcast we did with Jerry Jr. was, who do you think didn't get a lot of appreciation? And Sabu was one of those guys. He was innovative. He could do things that made you so happy, and it would be so basic, like a leg drop. And you're like, this is the fucking greatest thing ever. But it would be in a chair, Like it was something small compared to what it is now. And for that guy not to get his roses as he's accepted now as one of the greatest, but for him not to be WWE champion is kind of a fucking shitty thing. Not gonna lie.
I believe you.
It's sad because Sabu was one of those guys, man. Like I said it in a post where I said it was something shared at an event I was at for AIW, which I'll be at Friday. A video of him like Arabian guillotining somebody, which he was a legit Lebanese dude, by the way. Like, shout out to the Lebanese population. His uncle was a Lebanese man who played a sheik in professional wrestling named Ed Farhat. But Sabu was like the first aerial kind of guy, like in that where he really used his body as a fucking missile. It was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like when you're 9 years old, like if 10-year-old Tim would have seen Sabu, I guarantee you would have been a wrestling fan at that point. You're like, fuck is this? Or you would have thought it was the dumbest shit ever. I don't know what you were like at 10.
I was a fan for a little bit when I was a kid, but I was the Attitude era.
Yeah. Which he was big in. Like he was huge. There's somewhere in this house, upstairs, maybe. I have a Sabu action figure from the 90s. I think
I
still
was aware of him when I was a child, but I don't remember now.
He was fucking baffling to watch. And then when you watch him and Terry Funk in a no ropes barbed wire match, and they're both literally like in a ball of barbed wire, and Sabu pins Terry Funk or vice versa. I can't remember. But to win the ECW World Heavyweight Championship off a ball of barbed wire in your career is insane. And for your last match to be a no ropes barbed wire match is even crazier. But I think finally the pain kind of caught up with Terry Brunk, aka Sabu. Like
If that's true, that's unfortunate.
It is,
however,
but it speaks to the dangerous nature of 90s wrestling. I mean, that's the thing. 90s wrestling was so fucking dangerous, dude. So dangerous.
Slight subject change, but still.
Yeah,
they're giving like NIL deals to college wrestlers, right? I feel like they're giving NIL deals to the wrong athletes. I feel like, and I know but you can teach them how to be wrestlers. I feel like they need to go after the gymnasts. I mean, could you imagine the kind of shit they could do, right? If you teach them how to be wrestlers, the kind of stuff they could do athletically, you see insane shit.
Well, yeah, they do that. Like they give out some NIL deals and stuff like that.
You told me there's like 2 like former championship gymnasts going at it. I'm like, I'd watch that, and that's going to be a show.
Scott Steiner's son actually has an NIL deal through the WWE. And I think he plays for like Oklahoma or something like that.
What is his sport?
Football.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Where's my phone? I
can look it up.
This is going to be a problem. Oh, I know where it's at.
Steiner's son. He has 2 sons. Brock plays at Jacksonville State.
Is that the one that like
Brock
wears the chainmail?
I don't know, but yes.
Okay. Yeah, that kid.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. No. No, this is different. Chris Van Vliet.
Chris Van Vliet is an amazing human being. I wish we could get big enough to have Chris on this show,
Oh,
but
that was okay. That's the guy that posted this. Okay,
yeah.
I guess his name's Brock Rexsteiner.
Okay. And he's even wants to get into fucking wrestling, dog. Kid's built.
I mean,
yeah.
Figure out how tall he is. Rick Steiner, Jacksonville State. He's a he's a receiver, but he's a big receiver, 6'2", 225. That's a big receiver.
That's a big boy for professional wrestling, dog. Him and his cousin. Oh my God. Imagine him and his cousin as a tag team. The new Steiners. Oh, Braun Breaker. Oh, so good.
I think he has at least a year of eligibility left, but it doesn't look like football will be. Well, it could be. You never know. You never know. He may have a breakout year and get a shot. He has a good. I mean, he's a good size. He's definitely a good.
Do you know what scares me the most? And I've seen footage of this kid. I have to get his real name here. Hold on. Let me get the name of the kid.
I've rewatched the South Park wrestling episode the other day. I've seen it so many times, and it's hilarious every time.
It is a funny episode.
El Polo Loco.
Hold on. So the Western Hockey League just gained a Savage in the name of Duke Lesnar. Brock's kid.
If he's that much of a savage, he'd be playing in a different league, I think. But
bro, he has handles. Like, I've seen video of Duke Lesnar's
playing in a different league.
It's who wanted to sign him. This is the start.
I'm sure he's okay, but savage. If he's a savage, he'd be playing in.
And he's
with the fun.
Big. Hold on. Duke Lesnar.
Is he an enforcer? I hope so.
He's 13 years old too.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he's a youth hockey but he's like actually doing. He's in like the Western Hockey League.
Okay.
14. He's 14 years old.
Speaking of 14-year-olds, I'm excited to see John Mulaney fight 3 14-year-olds. I really hope.
Me too, dog. Me too. I'm gonna pay for Netflix just for that.
I do like his show. I haven't watched any of them live, but I will watch that one live. I really hope it doesn't fall through. I don't understand how. I mean, you saw the video. I don't understand how it can be legal. And like, what if he? It probably won't go well for him because it's anyone against any 3 people that aren't like 8 years old. But what if he just knocked these 3 14-year-olds out? Like, wouldn't that not be a good look for him?
I mean, here's the thing. You get KO'd by 3 12-year-olds. At least it's a group.
Well, these are 14-year-olds who probably went through puberty. May or may not.
You're not Cat Williams.
It's Cat Williams versus 4 7-year-olds. That's what I would see.
Me too. I want to see him get redemption off of that fucking rear naked choke that kid got him in. Like, it was bad. It was bad. But John Mulaney versus 3 of them, I'm in. Let's fucking.
I mean, 2 would be hard enough.
Yeah,
girls would be tough for anyone who's not a fighter. That's tough.
Well, you gotta.
That's tough.
you got to think there's strategy to it. Like, you got to at least knock one of them out quick so you can deal with the other two.
You know, if I was John, I wouldn't let those three kids converse anyway before the fight. Would not let them talk. Do not let them get strategy against you. Keep them 3 separate dressing rooms. No talking.
Yes, I agree. But again, you go for the one that jumps first, and then knock that fucking kid out. Then you got the other two to deal with.
I mean, if they
then it's sort of a waiting
game. You have no chance. If they go left, right, center on you, like far left, far right, far
full diamond, oh, you're fucked. Like if they like that's never good because you're always the southern point of the diamond and shit rolls downhill. That's never fucking
really
good.
Hard, and I would like some of these freak show leagues to do this. Get one. I want to see one legitimately trained actual fighter take on 3 guys off the couch who are not fighters. 3
George Comer, let's get this done.
Yes. Montana Love versus 3 plumbers.
Yeah. Oh.
Not Andrew Law and Brogan Enders. They're plumbers. They don't count.
Yeah, they don't count. You have to have like schlubs. You gotta have like your Tim's brother kind of thing where it's like, I think I can.
Like guys like that. 3 of them against 1 professional fighter. I mean, I think it really depends. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on weight. Let's say they're all the same weight. They're all 200-pound men ish, or whatever they are. Whatever the fighter is, the other 3 guys weigh that. Not combined each. It's going to be a problem no matter what. I'm not saying the fighter can't do it because he's a very skilled fighter. These guys aren't skilled, but it's not going to be easy.
No,
that's why when it happens in movies all the time, I'm like, how about this one too? How about 3 normal guys and any female fighter? That happens a lot in movies too, and that never works out.
You kind of have to think about it.
Champion again. She retained her title, Valentina Shevchenko.
Yes, congratulations to the Bullet.
Win, but she did. And her against 3 dudes who are her weight, like 330-pound guys. Not gonna happen.
Oh, Valentina fucks them up every day of the week, dog.
3's too many. 2 maybe. 3's too many. Even 2, that's tough too. But 3, I don't think so. It's just too. I mean, I think it's hard for anyone to beat up 3 guys, no matter who.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you kind of have to like pick which one's gonna jump first. Like, whoever that first penguin is, you gotta dispatch them quick out of 3, regardless of gender. Regardless, like, because three of people, I would cry. Like, I think I'd be done. I'd poop myself probably.
Right. I want 3 Ray High Clacks versus Montana Love. Let's get that going. Let's get...
You want the fastest fight in the world, is what you're saying?
Just bam, 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 all sleeping.
Dog, I'll tell you. I gotta tell you. Like, when you work out, you get a little bit of like adrenaline shrinkage sometimes. When I all of a sudden during just like mitt work one time heard and saw Montana Love hitting one of those like fat water bags at the gym, I knew I wasn't a man. Like, have you ever like had a moment like that in your life where you're like, oh, I'll never be that guy? Like, there's
I mean, like,
total reality check.
I wouldn't say I'm a lesser human, but physically, yes, a lesser physical human than that. Yeah. Well, I do that every time I watch sports. You know, it's like I can't do any of that. Not like that.
Having Montana Love just hitting a big ass fucking tie-dye water bag fucking boxing equipment, and you just hear and his hands are moving faster than your eyes, and you're just like, nope, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. No,
I witnessed this like doing something else, and I heard that sound, and I'd probably scream the words, "Oh, good Lord!" It's just like, yeah.
When I watched him fuck up a few fighters. Yeah. Like
you see somebody like that just destroy pads, and then you think to yourself, there's a lot of people who he can't beat up. You know,
no,
like, it's not like he's like the champion. So, but it's just crazy. There's people better than that when you see anyone like go really hard on pads or whatever. But there are.
Watching him do what he did, like, and again, Montana love, respect, all that. Like watching him in the gym was absolutely horrifying. Like it was some of the scariest shit I've ever watched. Like my dick shrunk after every smack of whatever he was hitting. Like I knew I was in the room with somebody who was
like
an alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was like watching Cody Garbrandt run pads. He was a little guy, but he was so damn fast. And
yeah,
his pads, you're like, holy shit! He hit me 14 times before I knew what happened.
Meanwhile, your jaw is coming up from sucking his dick. It's a weird thing. Like
whenever it
sneaks up on you.
Whatever it takes for him to stop. I saw a video. This is nothing to do with fighting, but I want to talk about it.
Yes.
This happened recently in Oregon. There was a softball tournament. Yeah, my niece's age kids, like 12U. And this girl was a big 11-year-old. Like she's a 5'10", 11-year-old, which at this tournament, I saw a few of them. Like they exist. They were walking around. Like they're in a 12U team and they're almost as tall as me. Like they exist. This tournament had a lot of them, like more than you think. But anyway, there was a video. This girl rips a line drive, and coach runs on the field, demands to see her birth certificate. She's like, I want to see her birth certificate right fucking now, or she's fucking done. In the middle of the game. And the girl, poor girl, she's crying. You know, she's like, what did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, I felt so bad, and I wanted to punch
That's
the guy in
weird.
the face. And then, like all the other, man, it was a real problem. It made me so mad, and I felt so bad for her.
That's fucking
She did
weird.
nothing wrong. Some kids just grow faster than others.
Yeah, dude.
She's not, and plus, like I said, she's not the only 5'10", 11-year-old out there. I've seen a bunch of them. In these tournaments, you see a lot of them. So I just that man, that guy needs to be ashamed of himself.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
awful.
She's not used to her fucking. Hold on.
And I don't know about those tournaments.
With these glasses, I need to say these words. Okay?
Yeah. Go ahead, say them.
What I'm about to say.
Might need to take them off first.
Okay, I agree. What I'm about to say isn't anything about anything weird. But there is humanity out there that ages faster than others. You can't. I tried, dude. My fucking brain, while I was taking my glasses off, was running so fast to try and figure out what to say. Because I'm like, you can't talk about like 12-year-olds who are 5'11", and you're like, oh, some girl, you know, because it sounds weird. No matter what, if you're a 35-year-old man talking about 12-year-olds, it's fucking weird. But I
mean, we're talking about it in the context of sports. It's not that weird.
I get it, but like, again, enemies out there.
It would, unless you start talking about details.
No, but it's they do age more rapid than their own counterparts. I mean, I outgrew some kids when I was fucking 12 years old that were jealous and wanted to fight me in locker boxing and beat me because they were just way too fucking fast.
Sure. I remember,
but like,
I'm playing a game with a 13-year-old that was 6'7".
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Fucking life happens, bro.
Especially girls will get their full growth spurt before they're 12. Some of them. So yeah, it's not weird that they can be 5'10". Like I know it's not taller than the other girls, but yeah, it can happen.
Yeah. And those lesbians will be great with strap-ons, but that's neither here nor there.
You're that dad. Dad, she's gonna be really dominant.
She's gonna be the one in the tuxedo.
The next Brittany Griner.
I wish.
Russia.
At least there'd be hundreds of thousands of dollars in my bank account.
But I mean, just seeing that video,
although it's low hundreds of thousands.
That coach sprinted out of the dugout.
That's weird, dude.
I need to see her birthday right
You're
now.
a piece of shit. If that was like a hockey thing, where it'd be like a girl was bigger than the rest of the boys, I want to see her fucking thing. I'd be like, dude, display that word. I'd be like, this poor broad is 13.
I don't know about that tournament, but the tournaments around here, you have to send in copies of birth. You have to have them. Like my niece's coaches have they have the copies of their other and I don't know if they have to turn them in, but they have to have them on them at all times. So it's so yeah, they take them to every tournament. They have to. So I mean, it's not. I really don't think anything shady is going on.
That was all. That's all. I hate to say this, but like singularly, this is male fragility at its finest. Like you're just like pissed off. As a former referee who experienced in hockey a lot of male fragility,
there were two.
Fuck you, dude.
Two coaches going off on this for that team. Not just the one who ran on the field. There's the other one that said shit afterwards. That was a woman.
My hairy asshole.
That was a woman. One of them was a woman. I just had to say that. Like one of them. So like, it's not just that, but
hung my balls then. If she's a chick, who gives a shit?
Pretty. Either way, it was real fucked up, and I
felt
super bad for the girl. So bad.
Yeah. She's going through fucking puberty. She feels awkward about herself.
Asking her coaches what she did wrong. You did wrong. That's awful.
Like that would be that. And
it's hard enough being a kid that age nowadays anyway. A girl, especially.
Yeah.
And it's probably hard being. You're a foot taller than your friends. It's not an easy thing. It will get better because they'll catch up, but it's not an easy thing.
I played
that shit to you.
I played hockey with girls. Okay, like in an awkward time of life, like 12, 13, I played with these girls. All right, one of them we keep in touch, and I like follow her and her family. She's cool. Actual Canadian too. She's really fun broad. But like I never would have I defended them like they were sisters. Like that's the thing. Like and they would physically fight other boys. At 12. They were rough and tumble bitches. Like they were, dude. Like they were straight up fucking savages. And respect to them. And I love the fact also the PWHL fucking has body contact as a rule in their in their bylaws. That's good.
Oh, they didn't take checking out or anything?
No, they didn't, because youth women's hockey you can't hit.
Okay.
So
I did say
it's nice to see that.
I think it was them. They put a really I like it, but it's a weird draft rule in to avoid tanking. You can't. You can never get, if you have the worst record, you can't get the first pick ever. I actually like that because teams will tank.
Yeah,
they won't tank now. So, I mean, the NBA does an okay job too because they put some rules into that. If you're the very last, you actually get less chances at it than like if you're third or fourth.
Who got, by the way?
Check the CAS score here.
Who did who won the lottery
for
the NBA?
Oh, fuck!
Somebody's getting Cooper Flag off of that. I saw.
Oh no, they haven't done that one yet. They haven't done this year's yet.
Yeah, they have. This year's NBA lottery? I think they already did it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure they did it.
Oh yeah, they did it yesterday. Okay. Dallas.
Oh, God.
Great, they could trade him.
Yeah, that franchise.
Now the Cavs are losing. Of course they are. They're down 4, but
It's okay.
Well, if they lose this now, they're done.
Okay. I mean,
Guardians
they made
won,
it
though.
further than people thought, maybe.
Right. Do not tell me how to feel about sports because we're two different kinds of sports fans. So you do not tell me because you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You don't get it.
I get it. You've only had one ring in your life and you think you know the world. You think you understand.
Ray, you're not a real sports fan. You can't tell me anything. You're fake. You're a pretend sports fan.
I'm not a
gone over this a
pretend
lot.
sports fan. I just am a dick sports fan to the friends I
the
know I
worst
can
kind.
Annoy.
The worst kind of sports fan imaginable.
Only the friends.
It's funny if we went on a podcast like I don't know, it's one of those ones like part of my take, right? We asked those guys to create in a lab the worst kind of sports fan. I guarantee they would describe you to a T.
I'd raise my hand probably on every question. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I look more at the team name than I do in the standings than I do anything else.
Right. Here's when they're winning. Right.
I don't.
Has
I
multiple
don't care.
favorite teams in different sports. That's can't do that shit.
Well, okay. So the Houston Rockets thing, they won a championship on my birthday while we were living in Houston. I was in first grade. I deserve that. Or I think I was in kindergarten, actually. I was 5.
Dude, I wasn't going to get in an argument with these people, but those guys behind us at the game on Friday, that one guy who said he's a Guardians fan and a Steelers fan, that fucking guy.
That motherfucker. That piece of... Okay. I'm going to say this. Those two gentlemen behind us, the father and son, at the game on Friday, talking way too much. Can we just say that first of all?
Well, you got
they were just gabbing the entire fucking
8th inning to get there.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, Tim. When I looked back and saw Cleveland C's on those chests. The shirt that you're wearing currently, right now. Mm-hmm. I saw those shirts on those gentlemen, and they said they were fucking Steelers fans. My heart sunk. I'm like, oh, you lost souls. You haven't found true happiness yet.
Yeah, I only had one drink.
Oh my god, dude! When they were like, "Yeah, we're Steelers fans," and I look back and they're just in fucking Guardians gear. I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Oh, that's the worst comedy.
You're not Pirates fans, you pieces of shit. You don't suffer. Fuck you. That's what that says to me. You're a coward. If you're a fucking Steelers fan, but you don't allow yourself to be beaten every single baseball season, flogged personally by Bob Nutting, fuck you. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
One of my stepdad's friends, they'd always watch games with him, but he's from here too. But he's a Steelers fan. He's an Ohio State football fan, but he's a Steelers fan.
Is he from Ohio?
He's from here in Philly. But but he is a Pirates fan. So that was the thing. If he wasn't a Pirates fan, that'd be a problem. But he is. And he never said much about baseball. But he was a
Any motherfucker that comes to me and says they're a fucking Steelers fan, but they're not a Pirates fan, I judge you as a human being for the rest of our interaction.
Who's your favorite hockey team? The Florida Panthers?
If they don't say Pens, I immediately we stop talking. I'm done with you. I am no, we're done. Favorite I'm not having that conversation.
Yeah, it's
you have no loyalty, you piece of shit. You don't know what true pain is like. You chose the easy path. I chose the way of darkness. Okay? As a Pirates fan,
What about this one? What about someone who's like, I'm a Browns fan and a Pirates fan? I would give that person props. they only know pain.
I'm checking that person for fucking bodies in their basement. They don't belong.
And a Detroit Pistons fan.
Well, they won a championship in the last 20 years. It's fine. But the Browns, fucking Pirates, you're just a sadomasochist at that point. You don't, like, you're weird to me. Like, why are you existing?
I would love
Have
to
you
see
not thought about a 9 mil? Like, what's going
He's
on?
a bandwagon fan, but only for the worst teams because they don't know how to win.
God. Oh.
I was a Patriots fan until they started fucking winning.
Oh.
Then I went to the Chiefs and they started fucking winning.
God. What a fucking piece of shit that would be. You're a Browns fan and you're a Pirates fan?
We gotta find one.
You're the lowest form of life we can imagine.
I feel bad for that person.
Yeah, that's sadness. All the that's a Midwest emo. Hey there. That's all you listen to.
Right.
Hey,
I mean, really, in my lifetime, there's only been a couple seasons where both the Browns and the Indians were both really, really bad. I'd have to look up what, but it wasn't that often.
And it's mostly the Indians being good.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Almost all. Yeah. I don't think it was ever the other way around. I don't know. What was the year they made the playoffs? When Pittsburgh beat them, like an
02.
Was it 02?
That was the 02. That was Maddox.
Okay. Well then, let me see.
Yeah, it was Tommy Maddox. That was the last time he was like relevant in the city of Pittsburgh. Was that 02 fucking game where I remember. You know where I was, Tim?
We found it. We figured it out. 2002. The Indians were 74 and 88, and the Browns made the playoffs. Wow. That might have been the only year in my fandom that the Browns were better than the Indians.
Probably.
Although 2 years ago we didn't make the playoffs either, and that's when the year the Browns made the playoffs. So that happened too. So
sports are rigged is what we're learning right now, boys and girls. Sports are rigged.
Although there was one year when the Cavs won a championship and the Indians were really close to winning one. Then it had the rain.
And best part, Stipe won the title in the arena. Yay!
Yeah, MMA doesn't count. I was talking about the real big four sports we're talking about here.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna let you use your OCD for good for this show, and I want you to look up the years the Browns rule, or like recently the Browns like were good and the Indians or Guardians sucked. Either way,
I just told you in 2002 that might have been the only time.
You never know. It could have been like they didn't make the playoffs winning year for the Browns. No, there hasn't been that, has there?
They've been in the playoffs 3 times since they came back.
Yeah, that Tommy Maddox one, man, that was such a fucking weird. I was doing homework in the office building across from the construction site of the Lake County Captains baseball stadium, doing homework to that game. Absolutely. I remember that game vividly. I forget what the report was. I think it was a history report. But yeah, dog. Fucking that game when the Steelers won, it was good.
Well, the one I really remember is the last time we played the Steelers in the playoffs and we beat the fuck out of them. And the whole game, I thought we were going to lose.
Breakdown you're talking about, where I kept yelling about the game, and
I thought we were going to blow it
back and forth.
I thought we were going to blow it till there were zeros in the clock. When it was like physically impossible, I still thought there was a chance they blow it. but they didn't. They played great, and they had to lead the whole game. Or didn't they get like a defensive touchdown right away or something like that? Something crazy. And they were up the whole game. They kicked their ass. It was great. But the whole time I'm like, they're gonna fuck this up.
So weird.
That's what it is to be a Browns fan. That's just, you just assume that because you've seen, not every way, but insane
I
ways
couldn't process
that
it.
you would not understand. You've seen, and so you never think it's real. You never do when they win.
I didn't know how to process that fucking game, dog.
Good.
To this day.
Good.
To this day. Hold on. Gotta grab my babe.
Do we have more to talk about or not? Because I have to pee.
I have to pee as well, and
we can just be done.
To be honest, I don't. I don't have any more to talk about, my friend.
Nothing really important, I don't think.
But I will. The thing I will say to the people that are watching, if you enjoyed us, no matter where you're watching, YouTube, make sure to subscribe, notifications on, so you never miss an episode. Same thing, but you just have to give us a follow with that bell turned on X. Find us there. We do talk about MMA. We talked about it earlier. We talked about a lot of the Islam Makhachev drama going on. And me and Tim had a nice little fiery exchange about the Jack Della Maddalena Islam Makhachev fight that's probably going to happen this year. But go back, watch that. Thank you, guys. Make sure, again, hit follow and make sure you hit the notification bell on X. That way you can get to us every single time. Repost the shit out of us. Make sure to get us out there. Tell people we exist. Let's get that fucking Tesla money, that Elon Musk money for ourselves, dog. Let's fucking go. I want that money. That way we don't have to do shit. Live the lifestyle. Go to fights. Do interviews. You guys are the reason. We asked for donations, but we want Elon's money. We don't really want your money. We just want your views, your likes, your shares, all that shit. That's what we want from y'all.
We'll take your money too.
We'll take the money too. Don't get me wrong. But we want Elon's money because Elon's got a lot of it. So share out, repost, do whatever you got to do. Make sure to give us a heart if you're on X. Give us a fucking like on YouTube, you sexy bitches. Chat us as well. We're able to do these shows because you guys do watch. We do appreciate it. Thank you. And as always, we will see you at the Kumite, fam.
You know whose money I want? I don't want it to be given. I want to win it. I want to win Ben Stein's money.
Yo, Tank Abbott here, and you're checking out the Bro Bro Plata podcast with Tim Danko and Ray Heiklak. Check it out. Get down. It kicks ass.